While introducing the program, we told you how the world of sound is emerging and that how sound assistant and managers are ruling the world of sound. In this lesson, we shall learn how sounds occur and the various elements of sound. Sound is simply a wave, and its perception by our ears is some mechanically created waves resulting from the vibration of air molecules. Now let us know what a decibel is. Loudness or volume, also called amplitude, is an important characteristic of sound. Loudness of sound is measured in decibels. The decibel, dB, is a unit used to measure sound intensity and other physical quantities. A decibel is 1/10 of a bell, that is B, a unit named after Graham Bell, the inventor of the telephone. Its logarithmic scale is convenient to represent the entire range of human hearing. Decibels or dB are an intricate measurement of sound levels. A sound wave's actual amplitude is voluntarily measured. However, loudness is a subjective concept. So, decibel is not a unit in the sense that a foot is. Feet are defined as quantities of force and distance, whereas a decibel is a relationship between two values of power. In technical jargon or parlance, the amplitude is the height of the sine wave. The higher the amplitude, the louder the sound. Our standard conversation has an intensity of around 50 decibel, whereas 20 decibel is the sound level of a whisper. 75 decibel is the noise level in the city. These measurements are expressed in a specific form called dBSPL, that is decibel sound pressure level. Here we need to know about what is analog signal. In order to record, reproduce or transmit sound, it first needs to be converted into an electrical signal. The beginning of this process requires a microphone. A microphone has a thin diaphragm that is suspended in or attached, depending on the type of microphone, to a magnetic field. The diaphragm moves back and forth in reaction to the sound waves that passes through it, and that movement within the magnetic field creates a small electrical signal, which is an electrical representation of the compressions and rarefactions of the sound wave. The signal is transmitted from the microphone along its cable to be amplified. Microphones generate only a small amount of signal measured in volts, which is further amplified by using an amplifier. Let's know about the digital signal. A digital signal refers to an electrical signal that is converted into a pattern of bits. Unlike an analog signal, which is a continuous signal that contains time-varying quantities, a digital signal has a discrete value at each sampling point. The precision of the signal is determined by how many samples are recorded per unit of time. A digital signal is easily represented by a computer because each sample can be defined with a series of bits that are either in the state 1 or 0. Now let's move on to the advantages of digital technology over analog technology. In analog system, the errors caused by noise, distortion and jitter cannot be detected and removed fully. Digital system, these errors can be removed by easier and cheaper means. Deterioration due to wow, flutter, print through, dropout noise, alignment errors, that is change in angle of head, do not occur in digital systems. In digital technology, data can be copied infinitely without generation loss. In digital technology, the data can be accessed instantly, whereas analog technology makes this process complicated and lengthy. Editing in digital domain is easier than tape edit. Digital audio broadcasting can be happily carried out in the digital domain with less interference, fading and multipass reception problem in compared to analog broadcast. Maintenance is easier in digital systems because digital equipment can have self-diagnosis program built in system to point out its own failure or error. In analog recording, editing and playback is linear in nature. In digital recording, editing and playback is non-linear in nature. This saves time and enhances creativity. The cost of digital equipment is much less than that of analog equipment, and the size is also smaller due to integrated circuits and cheap technology. So learners, in this lesson we learned all about the unit to measure sound intensity, different kind of signal, and benefits of digital technology over the analog technology. In the next lesson, we will learn about the essentials of sound measurement and sound technology.